Welcome, Taurus, to your guided healing reading. I hope that you are well. So for guided healing, what we do is we take a look into what wound are you currently working on, what is keeping you stuck on your healing journey, how to get you unstuck, and then some general advice on how to heal the wounds. You guys came in third place this month, so that is awesome. It's always good to see you guys within the top, but just a reminder that the top 2 videos with the most likes do get a bonus, and Taurus, you were 1 vote away from that. So please remember to like this video if it resonates. I would also like to let you know that my books are open again after being closed for about half a year. So if you are interested in working with me, I'm currently accepting new clients, and you can do that on my website. All the info is in the description box below. As well as I'm offering a 30-day free trial for Eagle members on my website as well. So you would have access to the extended of this reading, the extended of all readings, and also my musings page, which is where I write about astrological transits and other topics as well. All right, let's get started, Taurus. This is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. We had the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, 4 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Swords, the Chariot in reverse, Devil in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse, 5 of Pentacles, and 3 of Wands. So what this was telling me with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, there definitely is something not quite right in your physical reality according to the way that you are feeling. There can be sort of an overemphasis on physicality in some sort of way. And it's possible that a seed that was planted did not take or bear fruit or go the way that you wanted it to go. With the 4 of Wands in reverse, this is causing you to feel as though you are not in union, either with your own divine feminine, divine masculine energies, or even just not in union if you're already in a partnership, or it has caused some issues where you're no longer in a partnership in some way. But I feel like for some of you, you are in a partnership and it's kind of causing issues with that. With the Ace of Swords here, this is a cycle that is repeating where you feel as though you are stuck, basically, as though you can't really move or get away from the situation is what I'm feeling with the Chariot in reverse. It's like you can't move away from this. And it's not in a devil type way, right? The devil makes us believe that we don't have free will and makes us feel like we're chained there. So it seems like you are very aware that you don't have to be there. It's not like you feel like that it's impossible, but it feels like right now you just can't get over it or move away from it at this time. You know, clearly knowing that you can in the future is kind of what it feels like. With the 10 of Swords in reverse, part of it is because you don't want it to be dead, done, and over with. It's kind of this energy of like, I don't want to give up in a way, but you do understand that there is some aspect of rejection, and it feels like this aspect of physical rejection is kind of what you're stuck in. And really, you just want to release it and understand it's like the 3 of Wands in this deck is energy of, you know, let it go. If it's yours, if it's truly meant to be yours, it will come back to you, sort of thing. And I feel like that's sort of the mindset that you want to be taking here with this situation. We also had Clink come out using call for backup. So it seems as though you are asking for help in some sort of way, possibly again from a partner. Clinks are known, like once they find their partner gear, basically they're sort of stuck together forever and they sort of repel all the clinks that aren't there. So, you know, clink indicates 2 people who can be enmeshed or can indicate codependency on more of the shadow side, but in general, it means 2 people who are meant to be together. So it looks like you are calling for backup in some sort of way. We have Zekrom using Field Crush, and it's like you're ready to crush this thing, basically. But again, it seems like you do sort of need some help. You might be calling for some like spirit guides and things to help you as well, because Zekrom is a legendary, I almost said mythical, but it's a legendary, which means that it's like, you know, pretty big deal, intense energy that's coming out through this card in your cleansing. And it is known as the deep black Pokemon. So there is this aspect of a void, basically. And so you recognize that there is this void space to fill in some sort of way. We have Trainer using shopping center. So Trainer indicates somebody else's energy. There can be someone who just sort of wants to shop in order to fill the void, or there could be some things maybe that you want to purchase here. And with Golem using Desperate Blast, this is a fighting type. And Desperate Blast is basically self-destruction. So there can be this energy of fighting where it turns into some sort of self-destructive behavior here. It might be tied into the shopping. We will see. But anyway, Taurus, that is what came out in the cleansing ceremony. Let's take a look at what wants to come out. As I mentioned before, we are going to see what wound you are currently healing or being triggered by, and then what is keeping you stuck on your healing journey, how to get you unstuck, and then some general advice on how to heal this wound. So let's get started, Taurus. Let's see here. What wound? Okay. What wound here? Okay, the Fool. Kind of coming out in reverse, but more stuck. So again, there's this aspect of feeling as though you're not having some sort of new beginning, that you can't start over. It kind of feels like, again, there's like stuff from the past that you can't move on from. You want to let it go. It's not like you want it to be, you know, dead, done, and over with, but it's like you want a fresh start in some sort of way. But right now you're feeling as though like I'm hearing it's impossible to obtain. Yeah, and I saw the Two of Cups, so I do feel like this is a relationship. It's kind of feeling like, you know, like with a partner, if you've gone through a rough patch, sort of being like, hey, let's start afresh and, you know, let's have a new start rather than, you know, breaking up and then having some sort of new beginning with a new person kind of thing. And this can be any type of soulmate. It can be romantic or otherwise. But yeah, it feels like for whatever reason, you're having difficulty with a fresh start. All right. Yeah, I saw the Three of Wands again. You know, again, it's like letting it go sort of thing. With the Page of Pentacles in reverse, again, this can be a seed being planted in some sort of way, some type of physical investment. With the Page of Pentacles, like the Page of Pentacles upright, it's like he knows he wants to plant this seed somewhere. He's just not exactly sure where yet, right? It's like he knows he'll become the King of Pentacles eventually, which is sturdy, right? Having an orchard, having self-sustained, whatever, having multiplied his seed in some sort of way, or pentacles, right? Money, or lineage, or whatever it may be. But there is this sort of hesitance of feeling ready to sort of plant that seed. Let's see what's the light energy here. We have Rockruff using Corner. So again, it feels like things have been sort of on the rocks. Things have been pretty rough here. And it's a fighting type energy. So you still might be sort of in this energy of agitation, possibly fighting. And with Corner, it's like feeling cornered, right? It's like you feel when you feel like you're stuck in a corner, you don't feel like you can have a new beginning, right? Because you feel stuck. So again, it's like what is the wound that's being triggered is literally feeling stuck, and as though you can't let go of what is necessary in order to have this new beginning. It says it's considered to be a good Pokemon for beginners because of its friendliness, but its disposition grows rougher as it grows up. And this is the puppy Pokemon. So, you know, again, there's a dog in here and a dog in here as well. So there can be this aspect of sort of, you know, it's like, it's kind of, I mean, right, it's saying like, yeah, it has a good disposition and it's a great puppy, but as it gets older, it kind of gets, you know, its disposition gets rougher. And so I kind of feel like that is the situation, is like you've gone through a certain amount of trauma or hardship, again, stuff that was just rough, and it has made your disposition become rougher. So it's kind of hard to approach this from this, you know, happy puppy sort of thing. It kind of reminds me of like, you know, people who adopt puppies and it's like, oh, they're so cute and da-da-da. But then when they become a dog, it's like, oh, whatever. That's kind of what I'm feeling. There's this almost like romanticization of kind of the beginning aspect of it. But again, because it's not at the beginning point anymore, now the attitude towards the situation has become a bit sour. Let's see what's the shadow here. So, you know, part of the wound is also your disposition towards the situation. We have Gliscor using Collect. This is the Fang Scorpion energy. Yeah, so these are both fighting types. So a lot of the wounds that you are healing has to do with energy that you are fighting, and fighting energy that may be around you. And this is also representative of the sacral chakra, which is your second chakra right above your root chakra. That represents your creativity. It's also where your emotional and sensual, or SEXUAL connections are. So it does feel like a very intimate relationship here. And this is the Fanged Scorpion energy, and Scorpion energy is self-sabotaging, right? We saw that sort of self-destructive stuff in the cleansing ceremony, and Scorpionic energy is in juxtaposition to Taurus energy, right? Because they're sister signs. They're 180 degrees away from each other within the zodiac. So it feels like you're sort of being pulled out of your natural Taurus self and more into Scorpionic behavior, right? Taurus is known for, hey, having a good disposition, chill, whatever, right? Relax, whereas Scorpio is like fighting, darkness, you know, gloomy disposition sort of thing, right? That's not all it represents, but that is in a chart where it would be represented. So again, it feels like there's a lot of sort of polaristic energy sort of pulling you to the other side of your own astrological map here. And we do have Gliscor using Collect. So it does seem like a lot of this fighting energy has been collecting over time. So there can be some things that you haven't really vocalized with this person or whatever that is actually preventing part of this new beginning. It says, it observes prey while hanging inverted from the branches. When the chance presents itself, it swoops. So it's talking about hanging inverted from the branches, which, as you can see in this card, that's what it's doing. It's hanging by the tail, which is basically like the Hanged Man in tarot, which represents a dead end, right? It's like when you hit the Hanged Man, it means, okay, there's no paths that lead from this. You have to try a different way. So it seems like you are totally aware that you're at a dead end, and that you know the way that you are approaching this situation is sort of a null and void. It's not going anywhere. And so, you know, the part of this wound is feeling as though, right, you can't have this new beginning for some sort of reason. And so it's keeping you stuck in that Hanged Man energy. And you may be waiting for the opportune moment, is what I'm hearing, in order to sort of take that action or do something. But often with these things, there really are no opportune moments. It has to do with when we decide to take that action. All right, let's see what's keeping you stuck here. Yeah, I was hearing like part of it is this opportune moment energy. We have the Two of Cups and the Seven of Wands in reverse. So it feels like you may be wanting the other person to sort of take the reins, or for them to do something first in order for this to happen. Because again, we see the Two of Cups, which is the soulmate card, right? This is the emotional exchange of equals. So it's like you want this soulmate, you know, emotional exchange where you're, you know, filling their cup, they're filling yours, you're drinking out of their cup, they're drinking out of yours, right? This is a very harmonious soulmate, and good soulmate, positive soulmate, right? Not a suffering soulmate. This is a good soulmate connection. So it's like you want that. But with the Seven of Wands in reverse, you're sort of, again, it kind of feels like you're waiting for them to do it. It's like for them to take the final, the step, so that then you can sort of swoop in and respond to it. With the Seven of Wands in reverse, again, part of what's keeping you stuck is that you can't sort of put down some of these burdens here, because the Seven of Wands in this deck specifically represents when you put all of your wands down, wands meaning, you know, it's how you're using your energy, your firepower, your kundalini, and things of that nature. And you decide, okay, this is the wand that I'm going to use to create, right? So maybe one wand would be used to make a painting. One would be used to, you know, deepen an emotional or lustful connection. One would be to, you know, maybe make a cutting board or something, right? And so they're putting everything down, saying, this is the one thing I want to use and direct my energy towards. And this inability of, it's not even an inability. It's like you're waiting for sort of them to do this, like, hey, this is the one thing that I want to do right now. And sort of coming to you like, hey, this is the wand that I'm choosing right now. Get on board with me, sort of thing. But again, what's keeping you stuck is it seems like maybe you're the one that's supposed to be doing that. We definitely will see, but it feels like, again, you're sort of putting it on the other person. Let's see what's the light energy. We have trainer, single strike, scorn, scroll of scorn. So trainer energy indicates the other person's energy. So part of what's keeping you stuck here is that the other person's energy is in scorn, which, you know, as they say, hell hath no fury like a woman scorns, which is like an energy of sort of being done wrong, and sort of being in a, like, it's like an agitated kind of angry energy, and again, being done wrong. So it's like this person is in this energy of feeling scorned, but you're expecting them to sort of do the thing. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Going right to Gliscor and the Two of Cups. Okay, wants to kind of come out stuck, but it was still upright. Is cast form, weather, reading, and weather force. So cast form is the weather Pokemon. It changes its appearance based on what the environment is. And right now it's just normal. And it kind of feels like that's what's happening, is like, you like cast form, if it's sunny out, it changes into a sun. If it's rainy out, it changes into a raindrop. If it's snowing out, it's like an icicle sort of thing. So part of it is based on the environment of it is going to make it what it is. And it seems like the environment is very neutral. And again, it's neutral because you're waiting for someone else to sort of take the action when really they feel scorned, like they're not gonna, you know, do that. It says it changes form, or its form changes depending on the weather. The rougher the conditions get, the rougher cast form's disposition. So again, there's this aspect of a rough disposition in cast form and rock rough. So it feels like, again, this person is feeling scorned. And again, if you are emotionally connected to this person, well, now your disposition is even getting, you know, rockier, rougher. So yeah, you know, part of what's keeping you stuck is the other person's emotions as well. So as I mentioned in the extended, we're going to see what to do to get you unstuck out of this, and then some general advice on how to heal this wound. But let's see what Mother Moon would like to say to bring us into the extended here. Surrender to the divine, the full moon. So part of this needs a surrender. That is a release of energy, release of control in some sort of way. And full moons are all about releasing, right? It's all about letting go. If the moon is full, that means it can't take anymore. So you need to be able to release energy, especially emotions, since the moon rules our emotional body. I'm recording this on the 5th of March, and we have a full moon on the 7th. So that would be a really great time to work with the full moon. Let's see what angel would like to work with you. We have hello from heaven. This is Archangel Azrael saying, your loved ones in heaven are doing just fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessing. So you may have someone who has passed on, or I'm hearing someone maybe who never came to be, and they're just fine. Don't worry about that. Energy comes through when it is ready. So for those of you who were trying to bring new life into this situation, do not fret about that or anything like that. So we are going to head into the extended and see more about this. Like I said, there is a 30-day free trial if you're interested to see what kind of value the extended and all extendeds and the musing page, everything holds. Feel free to enjoy that for 30 days for free. All right, Taurus, like I said, the link is in the description box below, so I will see you there.